another song you guys have, The Face of Love. It's gotta be one of my favorite songs you guys do. You say, no one too lost for you to love, no one too low for you to serve. And does that come from like a personal experience or any stories you've had with fans?
And I just think that, you know, a lot of that's inspired just from the amount of people just like us out there who just need to be loved, you know, I mean, I think we all feel, as many times like we just talked about, we feel insecure, we feel lowly, you know, we feel like we look back at our life and we compare ourselves to other people and wonder if we could have done better.
Right.
And there's some people, you know, when we feel like we maybe have our life together a little more, that need us to love them the same way that we needed to be loved in our darkest time, you know. And I think the idea that really inspired the song more than anything, you know, is how Christ, as King, you know, even like the Bible says, he humbled himself even to die on a cross. I mean, that a king would do that for us, that he would look at all of what we're made of, all the wickedness in our hearts, and he could very easily have just been prideful, but he never was prideful, man, and he just laid it all down for us, and we should do the same for other people and follow his example. You know, in that song, when we do that, it talks about how, you know, all these people try to portray Jesus through songs and works of art and writings, and there's many ways we can portray Jesus, but the best way we can show his face to the world is by painting the picture of him through our lives and the way that we live and love and serve each other. And that's when we represent the face of love, which is Christ, as his body.
Very cool, very cool. I hope you've been paying attention to this. You got some awesome information here. Dang, it's hot, I tell you what. You know, it's cool to kind of wear these rocker pants, you know, but then you look good, but you're just dying out here.
That's why I left my rock and roll pants in the bus. I'm feeling pretty good right now.
Yeah. Interesting question here. Just some background information, I guess, if no one knows this yet. What was the worst subject you guys ever faced in high school? Your least favorite?
For me, it was math.
Yeah.
I was terrible at math. Not really. Actually, I don't know if I was terrible at math. I hated applying myself at math. You know, I just wanted to be creative all the time. So, what about you guys?
I would say probably math too, but mostly I just wasn't good at doing homework. If I tried, I did so good in any subject, really good. Except I just didn't do what I was supposed to. You know, I was a slacker.
Gotcha.
Total slacker.
Yeah, it was math for me. I tried hard, and I just would still get the wrong answer no matter what. I still can't figure out why, but it's just what happened.
Yeah, it's like when you get, you know, the big equations down, the whole page is filled with an equation, you're feeling pretty good about yourself that you're working it, and you get to the very last line and it doesn't match the answer, then you feel like junk, you know?
Yeah.
So when it's going right, man, it feels good. So I liked math until I got to calculus. And then, oh man, there's some tears shed after that, I think.
I'm definitely sensing a trend because math was definitely my issue too.
Yeah.
And it's really funny because I remember going down to my high school counselor at some point. They like made us all go talk to the counselor about like college prep stuff and like, what are you good at? What are you bad at? What should you do with your life?
Right.
And I remember him like asking me that kind of a question. Like, what do you want to be when you grow up? You're going to graduate in a couple of years. And I remember being like, I like music. I want to play music. And I remember him looking at me and saying, you know what? Most musicians are really good at math, and you seem to struggle in that area. And
where does that come from?
I don't know. So it's really funny that we all just said that we hate math, and yet here we are. So I'm gonna find that counselor.
You're gonna find him.
I'm gonna show him.